Her 18 points a game looks awfully good right now. They've got no offense. They got nobody that can score outside of court.
The Chicago Sky have become the WNBA's cautionary tale, an unraveling story of hype, hope, and humiliation, all wrapped up in nationally televised disaster. And at the heart of this spiraling soap opera, Angel Reese, a player once dubbed the future of the league, now looking more like a lost rookie in a broken system. This wasn't just another loss to the Phoenix Mercury, it was a full-blown basketball collapse. One so embarrassing, even Coach Tyler Marsh couldn't hide behind his clipboard. He benched his entire starting lineup in the third quarter, not because of foul trouble, not because of rest, but because he just couldn't take it anymore. The Sky were 3-9 going into this game, clinging to the remains of a season already in free fall. But nothing could have prepared fans for the carnage that unfolded. The Mercury came out swinging, opening with a dominant 31-8 first quarter while the Sky coughed up possession after possession. 8 turnovers before fans even got comfortable in their seats. By the third quarter, Phoenix had exploded to a 25-point lead, and Marsh waved the white flag. Angel Reese, benched. Camila Cardoso, also benched. Not to save them for a comeback, but to save them from further embarrassment. There wasn't a plan. There wasn't a strategy. There was only surrender. Angel Reese's numbers? Brutal. A triple single. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a -25 on the floor. At times, she looked like she was just out there to hit her 10,000 steps. This is the same Angel Reese that people were pushing into all-star conversations just weeks ago. But in a game like this, she took only one shot. One. And that wasn't because she was playing smart or selective. Her teammates didn't even trust her enough to pass her the ball. On a team already starving for talent and leadership, that silence from her own squad said everything. The excuses came fast. Reese took to the mic after the game to spin her performance into a story about grit and growth. She talked about hustle. She talked about accountability. She talked about staying grounded. But you can't stay grounded when you're not even in the air to begin with. 2 rebounds from your starting forward? That's not hustle. That's hiding. Especially when the opposing team's guards are crashing the boards like they're auditioning for the All-Star game. Angel Reese talked about character, about showing up every day and working hard. But work without results isn't progress, it's performance art. Meanwhile, Camila Cardoso quietly dropped 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting, one of the lone bright spots in a night full of darkness. And yet, her performance was buried under the flaming wreckage that was the rest of her team. She didn't pout. She didn't monologue. She played. But even she couldn't escape the third quarter massacre, benched alongside Reese in a move that felt more like a mercy pull than a coaching decision. And what about the coaching? Tyler Marsh came into Chicago with championship DNA from Las Vegas. A title-winning assistant with hopes of building something special. Instead, he looks like a man slowly realizing he signed up to captain the Titanic. His decision to pull the starters mid-game wasn't a tactical adjustment, it was public resignation. No timeout. No pep talk. Just defeat, worn openly on his face. Later, he claimed he was protecting players in a back-to-back stretch, but anyone watching could read the truth in his eyes. He gave up. Not just on the game, but maybe on the whole experiment. The Sky have no identity, no spark, no defense, no plan. Their average of 18.9 turnovers per game is the worst in the league. Their defensive rating is dead last. They haven't held a single opponent under 90 points. Every game is a new opportunity to be embarrassed. And the Chicago Sky, they're taking full advantage of every one of them. This latest blowout loss wasn't a fluke. It was a pattern. It was the 4th straight game where their opponents put up over 90. At this point, opposing teams circle the Sky on the calendar as free stat padding nights. You want to boost your 3-point percentage? Play the Sky. You want to get your confidence back? Play the Sky. They're like the G League showcase team of the W. And yet, Angel Reese remains defiant. Her post-game quotes are practically copy-paste at this point. I just come in and work. I don't complain. I take accountability. My teammates trust me. But the tape doesn't lie. This isn't just a slump. This is a reckoning. Her college dominance isn't translating to the pros. And rather than evolve, she's spinning narratives. She talks about being targeted, about being misunderstood. But the numbers don't care about perception. They care about production. And right now, she's shooting under 31% from the field and just 28% at the rim. At the rim. You can't be the star and hide from the moment. You can't talk about growth while shrinking in big games. And you definitely can't lead a team when your best contribution is post-game inspiration speeches while you log 2 rebounds in 25 minutes. That's not leadership. That's damage control. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are out there grinding, taking elbows, launching logo threes, and dragging their team back to relevance. Say what you want about Clark, but she shows up. She's visible. She takes the hits, keeps shooting, and lets her game do the talking. Reese, on the other hand, is busy filming podcast intros and hyping her brand while her on-court presence evaporates. It's no wonder the national TV broadcasters are regretting airing this game. This was supposed to be a marquee matchup. Instead, it turned into a glorified scrimmage. Phoenix shot 57.1% from 3. Sammy Whitcomb looked like Steph Curry reincarnated, draining 5 triples in a quarter. And the Sky. They looked like they were playing in slow motion, still figuring out where the ball was going half the time. There's no easy fix here. The roster wasn't built to win. The rotations are chaotic. The chemistry is non-existent. Even their so-called stars can't seem to string together 2 solid games. And while fans were sold on a future built around Reese and Cardoso, reality is writing a much uglier script. Cardoso deserves better. She's shown flashes of dominance. She's efficient, smart, and composed. But she can't carry this team alone. And Reese? She needs to stop thinking she's the league's main character and start proving she even belongs in the top tier. If you're wondering how bad it is, just listen to the numbers. 113.6 defensive rating, worst in the league. Giving up 95 points a night. Opponents are hitting nearly 45% of their threes. These aren't just bad games. They're historically bad. And what's worse, there's no sign they're turning it around. No spark plug. No fight. Just a slow, painful decline into irrelevance. Coach Marsh's post-game comments are becoming more cryptic too, filled with coach speak about process and buy-in, while everyone else sees the writing on the wall. His Las Vegas championship pedigree is now a distant memory. He didn't just lose a game in Phoenix, he lost control of the narrative. The truth is, the Chicago Sky aren't just losing. They're unraveling. Publicly. Painfully. Night after night. And unless something dramatic changes, they're not just heading toward the bottom of the standings, they're becoming the WNBA's biggest punchline. So what do you think? Is Angel Reese the biggest bust of the season? Should Coach Marsh be shown the door? Or is there any hope left for the Chicago Sky before this train fully derails? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a meltdown like this again. Because if this season is any indication, there's plenty more chaos to come.